The city of Scottsbluff is on the hunt for a new economic development director. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the city of Scottsbluff is in the midst of a search for a new economic development director with the pending retirement of Star Lael. City Manager Kevin Spencer confirmed to KNEB News that Lael's last day in the post will be December 30th. Spencer had nothing but praise for Lael, saying she's done an absolutely fantastic job.
Before her, we had quite an accumulation in our LB 840 funding, and the thought was to hire an economic development person in-house and get this money out in the community, attract new businesses, help some of the existing businesses, and create jobs for the community. And I think she's done an outstanding job. She absolutely did what she was hired to do.
Spencer says the city is seeking someone with leadership, marketing, and public relations skills who would be able to seek out new businesses and help existing companies wanting to bring more jobs to the area. In addition to promoting the pending vacancy on the city website and in the local paper, the city has expanded the search through online listings on Indeed and other sites with a January 6th deadline. Well, on Monday night, the new Scottsbluff City Council will convene for their first full session since 2 new members were sworn in earlier this month. New council members Matt Solomon and Betsy Vidlac shared with KNEB News their hopes as they begin their first term.
There's a lot of projects that I'd like to help them finish the landfill and take another shot at trying to get the aquatic center done. Maybe we'll have to redo it based on that input from the public, what they'd like to see, either smaller, bigger, different location. But try and get some of that done here this next year.
I think definitely learning. I have a lot to learn from the current members, and Matt and I think are just really excited to join and get to work on all the projects they have. So.
The Scottsbluff City Council convenes on the first and third Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at City Hall. We'll have more news right after this.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Life Care promises us that we are looked after and taken care of properly.
If I didn't have Life Care, I would be probably scared to death about having enough money for when I got older or when I got sick.
Moving in here was an easy decision and in fact a no-brainer. I looked at it as actually buying long-term care insurance, and in retrospect, a good move.
One of the things that convinces me that we did the right thing is no matter what happens, we will constantly be taken care of.
The whole thing is just vital because you don't have to be worried about what's ahead for you. It's there, it's in black and white, and that's reassuring.
This is home. It has been from the day I moved in.
Welcome back. The Cheyenne County Sheriff's Office is investigating a death reported in the early hours of Wednesday at the Best Western in Sidney. The deceased has been identified as 55-year-old Tammy Folden of Summerfield, Florida. The investigation has included, among other things, reviewing motel surveillance camera footage. County Coroner Paul Schaub says the cause of death appears to be accidental and an autopsy was ordered. Well, a 27-year-old woman is facing felony drug charges after a search warrant was served at a Scottsbluff residence at the end of November. Betanker is charged with possession with intent to distribute fentanyl on or near a playground, possession of methamphetamine, tampering with evidence, and resisting arrest. Court records say investigators saw her throw 182 fentanyl pills into the snow, and after she was taken into county jail, they found a small piece of tin in the back of the patrol unit that tested positive for meth. Bond on the case has been set at $100,000 at 10%, with a preliminary hearing set for December 22nd. And a former CEO of Great Plains Health has been named interim CEO for Regional West. The Regional West Board has announced Melvin McNay will take the post on a temporary basis following his retirement from the North Platte Medical Facility. He says he's excited to work with Regional West staff as the organization navigates a time of cultural change. According to a release, McNay plans to focus on employee engagement and quality of care, with one of his first priorities being out and about meeting employees and members of the community.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.
The UNL Panhandle Research and Extension Center in Scotts Bluff will say goodbye to entomologist Jeff Bradshaw as he has accepted the directorship of UNL's Doctor of Plant Health program in Lincoln. Bradshaw discusses his decision for the move.
I knew that Gary was considering retirement sometime in the near future, and so I had some discussions earlier this year with him and others about the vision for the future of the program, and through some of those conversations, it got me really excited about the Doctor of Plant Health program and some opportunities there might be to help agriculture education grow and to work with some of those students in the program.
Bradshaw says the directorship will be part of a three-way split, which includes administration, teaching, and research.
Along with that, obviously, I have to streamline my research program a little bit more to be compatible with that. So to do that, I'll continue to work on wheat stem softfly. I'll have a specific focus in the foreseeable future on our dryland systems, at least as it pertains to insects and arthropods in those systems. And
Bradshaw will work with his graduate students to finish up their projects before he leaves and they graduate in May. Bradshaw says he will still be at the UNL High Plains Ag Lab summer events, and as a teacher, he'll be sharing with his students the great attributes of Western Nebraska. With KNEB.TV News, I'm Chabela Guzman.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank, a bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
I really like how our OB department takes our limited amount of doctors and turns it into a strength. Even though we only have a couple of people, you get to know them well over your entire pregnancy. We have 2 state-of-the-art labor rooms that are new with our last addition. We have a couple of very nice postpartum rooms also right here in the hospital, so they can get as much time with mom and baby as possible.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your weekend community calendar.
The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
And finally tonight, the Next Young Professionals have presented a trek to Buckboard Therapeutic Riding Academy. On Friday evening, Next donated $5,000 in proceeds from their annual Best of the West Beer and Wine Festival that they held in September. The donations will be used for operating expenses as well as to help offset costs for attendees who may not otherwise be able to attend. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. We'll see you back here on Monday.